Genessa Krasnow is the Chief Strategist of Ballroom Industries and was a founding board member of Grrls, a nonprofit that teaches media training for young women ages 9 to 19. She's currently the co-chair of the advisory board for Grrls. Everyone, Genessa Krasnow.
Robin's life, and what I've learned tonight, and I have the impression already, is that clearly it's going to be very juicy, rich, and I think maybe even a little dirty. That's how I like it, so that's perfect. So we met in October right downstairs, and I was having tea, and she walked over to me and introduced herself and said that she was applying for the executive director position at Grrls. And that's Mallory's job. At least that's how I thought about it then. And for those of you who don't know Mallory Graham, she is fierce. I mean, she is an Aikido master, something like a quadruple black belt, or whatever. I don't even know how high it goes. And she can literally kick her husband's ass. And so when I heard that Robin wanted this job, I thought, wow, whoever is going to fill these shoes is going to have to be beyond fierce. Like, they're going to have to be ultra fierce, and they're going to have to be so crazily creative and pragmatic and visionary, and they're going to have to be a force of nature. And in those 15 minutes where we spoke, something happened to my body, and I spent the rest of the day thinking about Robin and who she was, and I called up Mallory, and I was like, have you talked to Robin Held? Do you know who she is? Because she is who we need to hire. She is that force of nature that Grrls needs. Now, I want to tell you that we are beyond excited that she's going to be part of our program, and that this marriage, I think, is getting an amazing celebration, and it is absolutely what our city needs. That Grrls is 10 years old, and that we are an internationally acclaimed program, and that when girls walk in our doors, they walk in unsure of it themselves. They walk in almost beaten up by what society's telling them to think about themselves, not knowing how to decipher these messages, and not knowing where they stand. There is no clarity, no ground. And when they walk out of our doors, they are confident, and they have a voice, and they are practicing using it, and they have developed a body of work that is deeply poignant, often comedic, incredibly revolutionary, and they are poised to take on the world. And, you know, we had an amazing Academy Award couple years back when Catherine Bigelow won for Best Director. First female ever to win for Best Director. I can count on one hand how many women have been nominated for that role. Now, this is a problem. We are living in a very fertile desert where the landscape is dry, even though it's filled with girls that have these incredible stories to tell. Young women that are artists in the making. And Robin is the powerhouse that's going to turn that around. The first 10 years of Grrls was about us honing our craft. We learned how to talk about media literacy and how to change that story as we grew. And we learned how to teach creativity and collaboration amongst girls, which is often a rarity to see. And we learned how to tell stories, and these girls did as we learned, the girls learned as well. And I believe the next 10 years of Grrls is not about these girls only knowing what they have to say, but about the world knowing what they have to say. And as we know, and as I've heard throughout this night, Robin knows how to set things on fire. She knows how to take these young girls and bring their art into the world. And she knows how to create the space for all of us in this room to receive it and not just see them as young kids playing with video cameras, but actually see them with artists that have a voice and story and meaning and that are going to change the way we see society. And I guess all I want to say, the last thing I want to say, is that it is such a humbling honor to have you join us, and I want to welcome you as the new Executive Director of Grrls.